Welcome to the Shellonomics Podcast, presented by King Midas, your ultimate source for pure Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles entertainment. Stay tuned and dive deep into the Turtleverse with us. Catch all the action on YouTube and Twitch for non-stop Ninja Turtles adventures and retro gaming thrills.
King Mike and the heroes in a half shell.
What is going on, everybody? Episode number 11 for Shellonomics is here. We're going to be watching the first movie of Ninja Turtles. Seems like you guys enjoyed our cartoon watch along, so we're going to be doing the movie here. Just ask anybody here if you guys are enjoying this to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our Spotify channel. We're also on Apple iTunes, and we also game on Twitch. And feel free to comment below any feedback you have regarding the movie, whether you liked my thoughts and opinions, or if you have your own twist. We're going to get into it right now. So sit back, relax, and strap it down. Now, when this movie first started, the trailer is what pulled me in. I really wish the spot where that sewer cap comes flying off, I wish that would have been somewhere in the movie. However, that was not meant to be. Plus the turtles popping up. I know you see that in Secret of the Ooze where like the four shells come up underwater. I wish it would have been in this movie here too. But here we go. So we start out not even seeing the turtles at first. We just see a whole bunch of people in New York City walking around. I'm going to see if I can find any kind of like Easter eggs or little pop-ups here since my eyes are really dialed in. We just see April O'Neil on the TV. Also, real quick, I'll take a little break here. There's got to be some people out there who had this on VHS growing up. And without hitting the fast forward button, you guys remember the pizza commercial before it where the little kids play in right field? I think anybody my age would have that song stapled into their heads. We got a paper here, City Crime Escalates. Got some old magazines here as I hit pause. We've got Life magazine, which is still around. Looks like there's one called GQ. A couple others I'm not familiar with. Vogue, I believe that's still around. US News, Sports Illustrated. There's kind of some cool things that I never noticed unless I actually look up close and personal. See here, nothing else really, just somebody else reading the City Crime Escalates. And I believe this man's going to lose his wallet. Yes, he does. It's pickpocket. I do like how this is almost like an NBA or like an Olympics like baton passing here. This wallet just keeps going on and on. What would have been more interesting here is if this gentleman that they stole the wallet from could have been maybe like a Baxter Stockman or some sort of Ninja Turtle universe character. It looked like Danny ended up with the wallet, giving it to somebody there. I always thought that was Shredder had given it. It appears it was just a foot ninja. It was just giving pretty much the background as to what's going on here with everybody and all this crime escalating. Similar to the cartoon. Now a truck just got everything taken from. This is the one that's funny. There's a YouTube guy that points out mistakes here, and they're calling out like how the gentleman took out a TV that a lady was watching, but apparently wasn't plugged into anything. So funny little mistake there, but as kids you wouldn't notice it. Now, let's see here. They're in a Mario. Let me see if I can go back really quick. So I actually never read what was on the name of that van. And I want to say it was a weird. They're called Diaper Services or something. See if I can go back really quick here. I never actually dug deep into seeing that spot. Now remember in the cartoon what they do is, I guess they didn't want to pay too much homage to the cartoon, but if you guys do remember the purple foot soldier doing like a hiya, like a kick into like a Japanese cola vending machine, and a whole bunch of Coca-Cola cans came flying out. Would have been pretty cool too. Like, I know Baxter was not involved in this, but to see some kind of mouser, I think would have been interesting too. Let's see what it says on this van here. It's like, so it says Mario's Diaper Service. Now this is in New York, and I can't recall ever having a diaper service anywhere in Illinois. So if anybody actually knows what a diaper service is, please elaborate on that. It's got a nice little stork on the van, so I'm guessing it's for babies. Maybe it's like a milkman, how the milkmen were in like the 60s where you'd actually get milk delivered to your house. I got some guys saying hurry up as they run into the foot headquarters, and we get our first look at Master Tatsu. Looks like somebody's got some kind of toaster. Oh, some weird glasses somebody had there. I like how the foot's kind of like standing guard as Danny's chopping up something. And now here we go. Now the Burger King Kids Club had 4 VHS tapes of the Turtles that were produced. What happened here was when I first went to go see this movie, my dad took my brother and cousin and I to go see it. Unfortunately, it was opening weekend and the movie was sold out. So my dad, being the nice guy that he was and knew that we were diehard Turtle fans, as a backup plan, we drove across the street. I ended up getting Burger King, got a nice chocolate shake, and we actually got April Foolish from the Burger King Kids Club. So you'll see Danny eating the Burger King here. Takes out a Walkman that he stole, and he does use that later in the movie. And this is where April calls out Chief Stearns, who I think is an awesome character. I think he would have been hilarious to have in the cartoon if he had just a loud police chief. He's got a good line in the second movie too about his off the record. Make a record of that. And Judith Hogue, Paige Turco was a little bit more weak. I think her character of April Chief Stearns compared to Judith Hogue just didn't give a damn. April has her yellow jacket. I'm guessing that is going to pay homage to the cartoon look. Freaks out seeing a rat. But some people did say in other videos, you see rats all the time in New York, don't you? But this one must have caught her off guard. She's got her huge bag, she's got the keys. We don't even see what kind of car she drives, but we do see some people taking the camera and the crew over there. And now you hear him say, get her purse. Nice jump from the top, sandwiches her down. 3 people on her. Raphael chucks aside the light. Now what's interesting here is you hear Michelangelo say, whoa. And I'm not sure why. If anybody can comment on that speculation, I'd appreciate it. Now, I do like the guy getting tied up with his hands and feet because I believe they do that in the second movie and they pay homage to that where Donatello does like the Ninja Cowboy roundup. And here's our first look at the turtles. Just so well done by Steve Barron, the director here. He has Raph look up with a sigh, kind of like checking him out, making sure he isn't really seen. He's got that sewer cap really low. You can see his sigh there. And the red from the police car, I believe, is what's doing that. But for kids, that made me, it made us instantly think Raphael with the red. So that was a good job there, seeing that red on the ground. And Raphael say, damn. And then we get one of the coolest songs for any movie intro of all time right here. I mean, if you're ever having a bad day, all you gotta do is just pop on the Ninja Turtles first movie with the intro song, and that should get you popping. Back to at least neutral. Just taking some looks at the sewers here. I do encourage everybody to check out the Ninja Turtle documentary that was released about 10 years ago. There is a new one coming out also. They have some nice blueprints of the sewer backgrounds. Now we see Leonardo. Mikey with his Major League butt kicking is back in town. Awesome line. And Donatello, the one who jumps in the air. Now we get that vintage Turtles logo. But it's funny because Donnie jumps, but then you see Leo coming through, which always confused me as a kid. And it's actually nice to watch this without the VHS tape fuzz. So I'm guessing this is more paying homage to the cartoon too, at all these funky lines, and Donnie just can't, for the life of him, get a good one. So he'll say Bossa Nova, then he'll go to Chevy Nova, and finally just bust out the old school, excellent. You see Raphael is totally upset with himself, puts too much pressure on him. Can't believe he lost his sigh. We're going to get into one of my favorite parts of the movie that are just little details, which is coming up in a few minutes. Stick around for that. I always enjoy the Gimme 3. I believe Townsend Coleman says that a lot during the Comic-Cons. The voice of Mikey in the cartoon will say, give me a high 3, dude. Now the turtles run in. Ecstatic about the first thing. You can see Splinter's hand. You see the turtles' lair here. Mikey goes right for the pizza book. The phone book, check that. And Raphael just sits and stares at the side. Look at this. He can't even look Splinter in the eye. Again, just little details. Look how embarrassed and unfortunately shameful he is. He's not even looking Sensei in the eye right now. Again, just little details like this that you probably don't even catch unless you're watching this either with a watch along or just, 100% dialed in. Usually I'm munching on popcorn and pizza right now. And he's gripping his bow staff. Leo's down with his hands folded, like walking around. And this God bless Steve Barron. This is the director credit just rolled on screen. Here comes Raph saying, I lost a sigh. Finally looks at Splinter. Splinter says it's gone. Raph wants to get it back. Says, like, now here's one of my favorite spots here. Donatello tries to console him, right? He puts his hand on him. And Raph says, back off. And then what happens is Donnie pushes him right back. Now, in most of the cartoons, you're going to see Donatello back off. I just love here. Donatello's not my favorite turtle, but just how they said, no, I'm not sitting back to you. I'm not playing second fiddle. Shoves him right back. Thought that was just so well done right there. Especially for Donatello fans to show he can combat with the best of them. Now, Splinter's going to start doing like a prophecy almost. That's going to say, one day he's going to be out of here. Before he says that, we got to get a little pizza break here from Mike. I can only imagine how this pizza only costs about $13. I mean, if you hear all the toppings he asked for, usually it's $1 per topping. So they must have cut him a deal or there was some sort of promo. He threatens them with the anchovies. And how does the Splinter chucks a book at Mikey? Which scared me as a kid. Just, like father yelling at you. He didn't care. It's prophecy of Splinter leaving. Now Mike's actually on the ground paying homage. Just for a few seconds. Almost like an idiot sheet. Raph gets down. So all 4 of them are on their knees. Splinter recommends it's time to meditate. And Mike says, hey, let's boogie. Put down in. Here we go. Now this is another good song here as they play Tequila. So there's 3 songs that Tequila stands out for me. I'm not sure about you guys, but Tequila's famous in this movie. It's also known for in Sandlot. when the kids are on like that roller coaster and they're having the chewing tobacco. And the third one is Pee Wee Herman with the dance off in the bar scene, where he does break stuff and he just starts breaking all the beer bottles. So Raph takes on his trench coat, which is an awesome figure now that NECA is made. You know, back in the day, all we had was Donatello in that undercover trench coat from the cartoon. And nowadays, we can get the NECA with all of them in the trench coat. Beautiful shot of the sewers here. Donnie with the skateboard. Yes, a lot of people know during the trailer you can see the man's hand when he does that turn. No worries. Mikey's got a popsicle stick here. This is why this movie's the best too. Just everybody gets a little role here. It wasn't really about one turtle. And another infamous line, Pizza Dude's got 30 seconds. And here's the first time that Mikey gets called Mikey in the movie. One more talk about if Splinter leaves. Mike's like, well, sorry dude. Not being serious at all. Donnie was a little intrigued. Here comes the Pizza Dude, who is played by, I'm going to apologize if I say his name incorrectly, Mikkel Sissy. This is the guy who's inside the turtle suit. He's probably got the best role in the bunch. He's looking for the address, and they put an eighth on it, which means it's in the sewer. Reaches out, puts the money through it, $10 bill, and then grabs the pizza. That's supposed to be 13. It says you're late. Then the other good saying here, wise men say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza. And his name's Tony, actually, on the name tag. I never knew that. That's actually a good trivia question there, folks. If you're looking to stump somebody who's probably even seen this movie as much as I have, what is the name of the Domino's pizza delivery guy? And it actually says Tony on the name tag. Now Leo cuts up all the pizza, and you'll see all the toppings that he had on it. Looks like they got his order correct. See the mushroom, sausage, and green pepper. Now, I can't confirm this, but the movie Raphael's walking out of is Critters. Now, is that a real movie? I'm guessing so. They had like a little flyer poster. And Raph taking off here. Poor old lady's gonna get mugged. Raphael trips them both. Nice jump spot there. Throws the purse or it falls. Have it back. And like pointing to a gun, he points to his thigh to intimidate the youngsters. They boogie. That should be the end of the story. I like that though too. What the hell was that? Just a little bit more adult-oriented teenager language instead of kid language. Like what the heck was that? Which they say later, but they say what the hell here. Here comes Casey Jones knocking somebody right across the face. Trash talking as he fights. Oh, Elias was such a good Casey Jones. Then Raph hits him from behind, which again confused me as a kid first time I'm seeing this. Because at the time, I don't think Casey Jones was in the cartoon. I believe he came out in season 3 for 2 episodes. There we go, and Casey wants to teach these JV lowlives a lesson. It says to ease off. Casey's like, alright, well then, if you're going to let them get away, I'm going to teach you something. So he's got 2 baseball bats. Comes Casey swinging away, strike 1, strike 2, strike out. Raphael catches it. Casey actually gets him one good shot here with the left. Good sound effect. Got his hat knocked off. So these 2 guys are still fighting, and now Raphael's getting more revealed here. That's it. I always love that that's it where he grabs it. Here he comes charging. And now Raph's gonna strike 2. Does a crazy flip. Smacks him right in the back so he does not get struck out. And he calls that a home run, and you get the baseball music here. Throws the bat away, just kind of careless, trash talking. Casey's still alive though. Well, it's like that's it. Nope. Casey ain't used to losing. Pulls out a cricket stick. These guys are trash talking each other while they're still fighting. Then you get this 1 in a million perfect shot here. Bam! Like a swing uppercut. Raphael lands in a garbage can. You'll see him kick his feet before he falls too. It's like a perfect money shot. Couldn't have that any better. He's stuck. Casey says peace out. Raph's like, you ain't calling me a freak and getting away with it. Casey hurdles over. Runs here. Raph somersaults over the taxi and you see another turtle guy right there. What the heck was that? Look, that's the Raphael guy in the back voice suit in the back. And Raph charges Casey. Casey takes turn on the corner. Now Raph's getting more furious here. Now we're going to get an excellent spot here with Splitter and Raphael in the back. Talk about anger and how it can be quite evil. Almost like a good parent when a kid comes home late past curfew here. And Raph's like, let's just talk about tomorrow. And he's like, nope, right now. Raph actually obeys his father and goes to him. So as angry as Raphael is, he still pays respect to his dad, which is pretty cool. You can see he's still not even looking him in the eyes though, which is crazy. Just like in the beginning part. So, you know, it's little details like that people might have missed out by just not appreciating just the story here. What he's talking about is Master Yoshi. And now he pulls Raphael and say, look at me. Look at me. He's been trying to help him with his anger, with meditation. He lets him know anger clouds the mind. Inward is an unconscious enemy. Now Raph's starting to let out a whole bunch of emotions here, which is crazy. And it just, now this was made in the 90s, and this is when, you know, boys weren't supposed to cry, you know, and you gotta be a man, but looks like as a culture we're getting more okay with, you know, men being vulnerable to a degree. So I thought it was pretty cool to actually show Raphael in tears here with Splinter, because the anger just got him, and he's just, you know, in a whole wreck with emotions here. Thought that was pretty cool. You can hear him like almost like getting some sniffles out. Splinter puts his hand on his head. And now we get a Charles Pennington. I'm surprised it, now, I'm not too familiar with the comics. Is Pennington actually in the comics? Or is this somebody else? Because I'm surprised they didn't say it was Byrne Thompson. Okay. I just find it funny how this is the first of 2 times that her boss goes right to her house in her apartment. And now, rest in peace, Psycho Sid. Sid Justice did pass away this year, not too long ago from this podcast, which is up. We're doing this live September 1st, 2024, and Dan's got a Sid shirt on. I do hope Sid gets into the WWE Hall of Fame next year. Well deserved. He's got his headphones on. He's stealing. Look, he sees the eyes on the prize. He's got April's wallet right there. He takes the 20. This was in the 90s, so I'm guessing 20 would be a little bit more than what it is now. A little less. Here comes Chief Stearns. Yeah, so I wonder what 20 bucks is equivalent to nowadays. Anyways, here comes Chief Stearns doing his best job as a politician, and April just says, "Would you mind repeating that in English, perhaps?" I love how he puts her on the spot. See, she's just, Judith Hogue is such a good April, such a good April. And here come the turtles, just up close. Now again, these turtles made me watch TV like this. I don't know about you guys, but I've never kissed a TV screen like Michelangelo did here. And Shredder's got around about 10 TVs. This is almost like the Technodrome technology I thought of, even though it's just like a warehouse type thing. I thought it was cool. Shredder throws a dagger at the TV, and it still works. The TV too, still in good condition after taking a dagger. Still showed her on the TV. Love that Finder silencer. Still knows that's where his Psy is. So now he knows who it is. Here comes. Now somebody can comment this too below too, because April says to the camera crew to time her. And Danny just got caught for stealing. Now, we don't know what it was for. I think it would have been kind of cool if they actually showed what he got caught for. But April's calling Stearns out that, you know, doesn't think he's doing anything about it. And he combats back. You want me to waste, you know, manpower for this? Like, what can he do? It's not that he's in cahoots with Shredder. He's saying to chill out. And then he says 107, a new record. Now, does that mean a new record of fast time out or long time in there? Now, Raphael's got a paper saying it's worse. New York Post. We're number 1. Now, what does we're number 1 mean on the other side? I wonder if that was a sports team back in the day in the 90s. Here comes April coming down by the train station. Now, unfortunately, Mr. Train. A nice little jump scare here with the foot right behind her. Just that nice guitar in it. Damn, such good music in this movie, too. When April takes a shot at the foot, they don't appreciate it. I thought this was cool to deliver a message. Opens it and then slaps her. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before in a movie. Alright, I'm going to come back with you with the dagger. No luck with the Psy. And she's like, I've had enough. April going down swinging. Takes a shot right to the head. Raph, now, I don't know what he yells, but he does. And you get Raph taking on about 5 foot. He's super quick. Nice kick right there. Look at the fast pace of how he puts his daggers away to his side. That was really cool too. Now he's got April. According to that train stop, it's like a City Hall stop with a little City Hall lettering on the side. Foot coming to their senses. Now, I know Raph couldn't get too far, so again, this is why I give credit to Steve Barron, again, just writing this movie, where the Turtles don't go undefeated. One of the Foot knows where he's going, and Raphael kind of hears it, doesn't see him. April is just in La La Land. There he is, hopping around. Neil's first words, "Are you crazy, bro?" It's knocked out. Now they want to know what the hell Raphael's doing, bringing the news reporter into their lair. Splinter even saying, "What in the world are you doing, dude?" Trying to play, you know, rescuer here. Splinter says time to wake her up. Mikey's all excited. While the foot soldier is still watching in the back. It's pretty interesting there. People about this shriek and then hi. My buddy always liked this part. They all just start yelling at each other like so. For some reason, Leo and Mike look at each other and scream too. I don't know why. I thought that was kind of funny. He's trying to say chill, chill. She can't. She's trying to talk some sense into this whole entire spot here. Calling out Splinter. Saw him in the parking lot accordingly. And they're like, huh? Now she has no idea. Surprised she didn't faint in this movie. That's because she was knocked out. Splinter just speaking as calmly as he can. Nicely done by Kevin Clash for the origin story here. And April references Harrison Ford out of nowhere. It's Mikey, like, Just so cool right there. Just Mike and Lee, you see him just taking a deep breath. I mean, you really believe that these turtles were real. You can't give Jim Henson's Creature Shop enough praise for this movie. Raphael with his arms crossed. I'm curious why they had Mikey intervene in Splinter's origin story. I guess just for kids, so it didn't get too boring. But nice job here showing Splinter in Muppet form. Turtles were in the sewer. You can see all the other turtles like, can it, Mikey? And he's like, oh well, couldn't help himself. Radioactive material. Now, it would have been cool if they had TGRI on that can to bring it in for Turtles 2, but I guess they didn't know which way they were going to go with Turtles 2 Secret of the Ooze. And then they doubled in size. Now, the mutagen in the cartoon, it kind of seemed like it took effect right away, but it showed here Splinter was growing in intellect. And here come the Happy Turtles here. So they're chowing down. It looks like a nice pepperoni slice of pizza. Another cool thing too is NECA actually made these baby turtle toys. The only toys we had like this growing up in the 80s and 90s were the mutation toys, where you could actually make them a baby turtle, but some people didn't like that. I thought they were kind of cool. You gotta take apart the legs and the arms. If you guys are interested in that, we did do an unboxing of an auction lot I bought on a previous YouTube video. If you check it out, you can see the mutating turtles in there. And now Splinter gives their origin names. April finally comes to her senses, like, oh, I guess I am not dreaming. And all four of them just kind of staring at her. And it's crazy. Rap's just sitting on the couch next to her with his legs crossed. Talk about getting in somebody's personal space. To the sewer here. Second time around, her shop. Yeah, nicely done there, paying homage to the comics little shop. Went out of the sewer. Surprised April didn't say I want to go take a shower and clean off after being in the sewers like that. But April's got a frozen pizza, and Mikey comes up and says, let's go for it. Let's eat pizza. Doesn't everybody? Enjoy Mike having, she said, frozen pizza. Even Leo's down there. You got pizza? Here comes Mikey with his jokes here. And Raph number 3 coming up the sewer. Joke here, and here comes Mikey with his impersonations. Now let's see here. We got some Pepsi. It looks like we got a some sort of juice box that was actually on the tail. I'll get another look for it when they show it again after April says it must be Splinter's favorite. But there's the Cagney joke. There we got, it looks like a Minute Maid juice box. I don't know if that's, let's see. Raphael pretty ticked off that Mike's doing these stupid impersonations. April is so into them. It looks like that's a cran apple. So there's a Diet Pepsi, there's Kraft Parmesan cheese. It almost looks like a Fanta can. I don't think Fanta was around back in 1990. It's kind of, oh, it's Sunkist actually. Okay. Here comes a joke, and they all just look at her like, what are you talking about, sister? What's Splinter's favorite? And then she one-ups them with a joke, and even Raphael's laughing. She got all 4 of them to laugh at that one. April's sad that they're all leaving. What Donatello have in his hand? Looked like, we'll go back and watch it one more time again. It looks like Donatello had something in his hand when he was leaving. See what it was. See if we can catch it. It's quite interesting where Donatello's walking out. Go back to it really quick here. Mike's doing a quick walk out. He's... I couldn't see if anybody in who does watch this, if you could let me know what Donatello walked. It looks like Donatello's touching something and playing with something in his hands. Couldn't catch what it was. And now they come home and they see the door busted open. And I wonder if they ever make a director's cut, if there is footage of Splinter combating with the foot soldiers here, where they just kind of outnumber him, or if he just went willingly. Doesn't look like it though, because you'll see everything. You'll see like a stove that's thrown around. I always like how Raphael just shoves everybody to the side when he comes in, but a little too late. Donnie's on the ground. You can see some tears on his face. Raph has both his sides, and he's ready to yell again for his temper. Kind of pissed, like, you know, it's like the one time they go out somewhere, and he knows that he's responsible for it because he brought her there, which they tracked him. Well, it's interesting that nobody ever actually puts blame on Raphael. They come, and he's like, what are they doing here? Now, here we go with Chief Stern's going to try and make a deal with Charles Pennington, Danny's father. See if he can get April off his back. Son named Danny Charles. We'll wake it up. April's got a really cool... Is that like an Elvis Presley phone? I just saw that for the first time here. It's Danny and Charles walk in. Here we go here. And Danny sees Mikey under the table. And now there's a nice panda down there. Sees the panda. What in the world is on April's... What is on that bathtub? Is that like a... I can't tell if those are cartoons or just random caricatures in there. Oh, it's a goose with an umbrella. And then here comes Donnie. What in the world did he climb up the top of that wall and hold up there with a... Danny and Charles walk away. Here comes Mikey. Calf April. You don't know. No, he's talking about a car. He said car stereo. So he didn't get caught for the walk. He got caught with a car stereo. And then, I mean, I've never seen this before, but it's just like how, you know, typical parent, not as, you know, he's like, he's sorry. Well, not as sorry as you're going to be after school. And then Charles, you know, the kid's like, all right, screw it, I'm out of here. Can you imagine if any kid just did this, just got out of the car and bolted like that? This part was really cool. You get MC Hammer music, and they're just hanging out having a good time. And it's how weird is that? I'm gonna pause real quick too. You know, to see a kid smoking a cigar. Now that reminds me of Pinocchio, where all the donkeys are there, all the jackasses, where Pinocchio turns into a jackass. I thought that was kind of a cool. I mean, it's not good for kids to smoke, but just they're all rebels here. You just get the vibe that these are all, you know, people who are rebelling. Got the cute chick with the bubble gum. I thought she was pretty cute. She goes to check out a guy. Looked like he was playing Double Dribble. I wonder if anybody knows what the arcade games were in this movie here. Got a guy that looks like a DJ. Everyone's dancing around freestyling. Now there's the guy. I want to say the guy wearing, I believe it's a Kansas City Royal. I think he was the dude that actually got tied up. And what's interesting is Shredder lets him. I don't know if he lets him come back in, or maybe they got jumped and he's new, but you would think since they kind of failed that mission getting April's purse, they would have been kicked out, but he's still here. Where's Narc Carry Game? Narc, say no to drugs. Looks like they got a roulette wheel there. Here comes a nice dude here walking around. Say anything you guys want, we got. Look at how young that kid is. Yeah, one dude was trying to be a badass saying he got any cigarettes. The other kid looked like he was like 12 years old. He just chucked a box of smokes to somebody. You know, you got some guys playing poker. Here comes Tatsu. Go. Play. Oh. I always thought this was Danny. I know that it's not Danny fighting, but I always thought that was because of the orange chair, but it's not. Here comes Tatsu saying, let's go. Wow, and Tatsu's like, whatever, bro. I like that type of, okay. Let's go. Now, whoever came up with the idea of having Tatsu in this movie was fantastic. This way you get to have Shredder have a bigger role, and Tatsu's like a side, not a side boss, but, you know, kind of like a side boss in a video game. And what's cool here is until I got older, look at this, teaching him, never lower your eyes to an enemy. Kicks him right in the head, probably gave him a concussion, but he also pulled out a dagger, which is so well done. Like, oh my God. You never see that. Well, maybe you did see this kid. I never saw it, though. Some Shredder here. His debut. Been around here. I mean, people call him Darth Vader in this because he talks so dark, but what else would you want him to talk like? Now, if you guys, again, watch the documentary that was released in 2014, they actually have a really cool cutscene. That was, check that deleted scene, where they show Shredder and he's sitting down and he beats the crap out of all these people, almost like a workout. I don't know if he demanded them to attack him or what that was about. And Foot Soldier getting the, almost like Hollywood here, getting the red carpet out. The newest Foot Soldier here. Look at Shredder just looking at everybody. You're looking at all these people who are like, well, he's building an army. Find out what he's looking for yet. There's a couple skilled warriors here, though. Just well done here how he just says this. Money cannot buy what you have earned tonight. What a strong statement there. Make us all proud. It's nod here. Bow and a nod. Just see how Shredder and Tatsu wants to do the same nod, like, yeah, what's up? Shredder saying, this is your family. I guess the Darth Vader goes, I am your father. Shredder threatening him. Here comes Danny playing Mr. Tattletale here. And there's a young kid who said, you got any cigarettes up there? Here we go. Another cool spot here. Mikey and, actually, sorry, it comes up later. Now we got this new girl. Now, do you think that they should have called her Irma or no? Whoever, even though her name is June, I believe. He's munching on some snack here. And April's revealing these foot soldiers here. Funky club for podiatrists. And they're like, what? Here we go. April's explaining the Foot Clan here. And there's Charles Pennington's like, oh God. And here it comes. Here comes a shot. She doubts that Chief Stearns is taking this connection seriously. It's like, well, I'm done. And I love this. Pennington, I thought we had a deal. Sorry. Anybody else, if you love Chief Stearns, just type in the comments below when you're done watching this, and you just type in 55. For the speed limit, I can't drive 55. The more I watch this movie, the more I enjoy Chief Stearns. And here it goes. April's gonna give someone a special thanks here and wrap things to me. There it is. And he gets a special shout out. They're all like, ooh. Honey with the Three Stooges. As he's blushing. And a beautiful Corey Feldman joke here. I think he's actually turning red with the red bandana. And he chucks the sign right at him. Maybe not. Here we go. So fight. Kitchen. Mike and Donnie are going down under here. Just sit there on our butts. See when Raph getting into it here. And I'm going to pause it really quick. Just because what I like is Leonardo was doing his best to stay calm during this whole argument. And then Raphael finally pushes him too far. And then Leo starts getting almost like a father figure. What I like here is where Leo does the finger point. Just little details like this. Where he's like, you know, shame on you. He's got that finger point trying to make Raph feel guilty. Like, you act like a jerk sometimes. And Raph's like, shut up. And then Leo's trying to say his attitude isn't helping. And Raph's like, okay, I'm out of here. And Leo's like, fine, see you later. And then he says this, though, which just stings. We don't need you. Wow, does that sting? Like, get out of here. And Mike and Don are just sitting there munching on pork rinds, having a good time. And Raph's like, all right, well, on my own, I guess. So letting his frustrations out with some ninja. And Raph getting furious. Kicks, spinning kick. Here we go. We're going to jump right. There's the bunny here with the slow turtle. And they don't understand what's going on here. And Mike gives his famous ninja kick the damn rabbit. Do something. And one of my favorite lines, because my name is Mike, as we go by King Mike this. And April with the, she called me Mikey. Woohoo. And Donnie gets all like, whatever. So here's a cool thing that, again, I just, little details again here. So while April is hanging up her coat, you'll notice it looks like a straw hat, and I'm fairly certain that that straw hat is what Donatello has used in the movie later on. So I don't know how they took it with them, or unless there was also one at the farmhouse. But it looks like if you look at this coat rack, when you guys watch this on your own again, April's hanging up her coat from work. She got her yellow jacket there, but on the other side, it looks like one of those straw hats. And April says, forget. She reminds me of my aunt when she says that. And that, for some, like that voice, forget it. Because I had an aunt who always just, well, I have many aunts, but one of them just always took care of me as a kid. Take me to water parks, always got me the coolest Christmas gifts, and just to forget it, like, hey, don't worry about it. So just very sweet how April is taking care of these turtles here. And now she wants to know where Raph is. Well, Raph's getting hit around here. Oh, God. Oh, I always love that sound effect there. So then April's going to show him the tour of the store. Don's like, he just needs to blow off some steam. Here comes Raph here. I'll send me a bridge book of ninja fighting. Down go two of the kick. A pretty big foot soldier he got first. Another one goes down. Another one takes a kick, lands in like a recliner. This kick is, this sequence right here is great. So we're gonna have a shot here where a foot is knocked out on the couch, almost like a drunk. One foot's holding his chest. Another one's down the side. Another one's down on the right. This guy comes in. Raph goes with a roundhouse kick, misses that, but then connects with another one, and just the impact of that kick. I mean, this doesn't really, you know, it's a little far-fetched, but to see that kick and the foot does a somersault flip, you know, like how the Putty Patrol used to do that with the Power Rangers back in the 90s. Or when Shawn Michaels fought Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam and HBK was overselling stuff. I just love that spot. Now Raph trash talking. All right, well, we got plenty more where that came from. Here they all come. And now April's showing them a tour of the store. There's April showing them a tour of the store. Now he says this place has everything. Here goes Mikey playing a little creeper here with Leo and psh with the cymbals. Leo yells and Mike's doing a little again, just little details, guys. Mikey does the little like nah, 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 like the little head bob right there. Oh, I love that spot. Meanwhile, poor Raph's getting his butt kicked here now, and oh, his sides have been taken away. He's got kicked right in the stomach. Down the stairs he goes. He'll probably be back at it, and here he comes right through the glass. Think of Stone Cold 360 with the glass shattering. Watch this fall he takes. Oof! Glass all over the place. Thankfully he's not bleeding, but Leonardo knows he's still alive. I'm not sure, but he does know. There comes the foot. Wow. Punches right through the glass. That was just another cool spot there. Punch through the glass, kicking the door down, swinging in with ropes, flips the table. I mean, just, God, just awesome, like, you know, 20 seconds for them just coming in. And we get ready for one of our favorite fights of the movie right here. Look at Donatello with the bow right there. Leo pulling Raph aside. And here comes the foot with a chuck. And Mikey goes, ow, a fellow chucker, eh? Now, again, to those who, you know, really want to say something here, my buddy poo-pooed this spot for me as a kid, so I hope this might poo-poo it for Mikey fans here, but my guy's like, all he does is the same motion here. That's all he does. I'm like, I don't care. It's so cool. He does it so fast. And then Donnie's there with a big smile on his face in the back. And then here comes a little different. Side there, play around, and then catches it. And oh, my dad always liked that spot. Just, I think it's because the foot soldier talked like an oh. Such a awesome spot here. Like a nice little showdown. And then Mikey just twirling it on his fingers. Keep practicing. Donnie jumps through. Bam, bam. Like one shot. Down again. And down. Leo punches them both. Look at all the foot soldiers down already in the first few seconds. They're all passed out. Micronite shield. Now look at those knees. Mikey, I think knees this like 6 or 7 times. 8 times? God, look at all those knees. Still kneeing them. There's another foot down. And then here's a nice spot where they throw Donatello into the fish tank for some reason. And Donatello... again, just little cool things like that for kids. Just now, see, this is what I want to talk about too really quick. Is Turtles 2 is just... The fighting is too comedic. They don't use their weapons. And it's because apparently that my parents' generation, not mine in particularly, but there was a big outcry for the violence in the movie, which is always unfortunate when something becomes big and mainstream, because I didn't feel it was that violent. There was no blood. There was no... Leonardo wasn't cutting anybody's arms off like they did in Star Wars. There was no, there wasn't too much blood. I mean, yeah, you see Splinter's ear getting chopped off, but I didn't think that was, too devastating. I mean, you have a Disney movie in the 90s, a couple years after this, where, Mufasa perishes. So, just saying, like, the movie here had some well-timed comedic spots, and the music wasn't too bad. Like, the thing that a lot of people talk about in Turtles 3, if you guys ever do watch that one, which is my second favorite of the trilogy, is there's just some weird sound effects in it when they're doing the battle sequences. I think they should have done away with those, because the fighting is really good in 3, in my opinion. And back to this one now, where Leo goes trash talking with the footy with the sword. Gotcha! Kicks him, takes out another one, which is awesome. And again, Footer's still getting you up here, like Mikey falls on his back. Donnie comes with a flying dropkick, knocks one on the side. And we do a little Wheel of Fortune. And now again, it's crazy we're doing this right now, but for those who are unaware, again, we're filming this September 1st, 2024. Pat Sajak, one of the hosts of Wheel of Fortune, is finally retiring this year. This movie right here came out in 1990, 34 years ago. That man was still doing Wheel of Fortune to this day. How crazy is that? There go to footies. There come a whole bunch of acts. Another fun part here where, yeah. Now, know this until later, because this is actually what inspired me to get my first sushi roll, was the California roll. I had no idea what that was this entire time with this movie until I hit my early 20s and finally ordered a California roll. And then I just like, whoop, missed again. Donnie with a huge shot with that bow staff. That was just an awesome shot where he says, good thing these guys aren't lumberjacks. Man, what a shot to the head. And then Mike with his, the only thing safe in the woods would be the trees. Disarms the axe here. While the guy's jumping down. Hey-oh. Uh-oh. And they all fall down. Ashes, we all fall down. Now, are those pinatas? I gotta back up a second here again, since we're doing a watch along here and we're trying to focus in more on some details that I may have missed. Let's see how far we get to it. I want to see where they all fall. Here they come in, and now when they go to that next spot, I want to say those were a lot of pinatas. Hey-oh. Like it's a hey-oh. Uh-oh. Let's see here. Yes, it looks like there are a ton of pinatas in April's basement here. What? It looks like, and it's got to be a pinata, that like clownish type thing, right? Looks like there's like another one hanging up somewhere. There's an old chandelier light. Just trying to find some cool props I never saw before. Here we go. Love the Tatsu. Oh, attack. Crush hand. Donnie flying in, takes a kick. He gets knocked into, I think. Did he get knocked into Leonardo? I want to see that one more spot here. I think actually that kick that Donnie took actually booted him into Leo. I never saw that before. Let's see here. We're going to backtrack real quick. Here it comes again. So Donnie comes blazing in with a kick here. And he takes a shot, and he actually does almost bump into Leonardo in the back, and April's getting concerned. Now, another cool thing I want you guys to check out on YouTube, it's still over there, because again, Michelangelo could not use his nunchucks, I believe, and I think they took that out in a couple spots. So if you guys are interested, there's a deleted scene. There's 2 deleted scenes in this movie besides that Shredder one we talked about earlier. There's one at the end, and then there's also one with the fight in April's apartment. And you'll see April actually pulls the carpet out for some foot soldiers. So it's cool. I won't reveal all of it to you. It's about a minute and a half, but if you guys want to check out a deleted scene that you may have never seen, I highly encourage looking for it. And now here comes Leo trying to get a little cute. I got a lamp here, and then it breaks, and then down he goes, looking to just dogpile on Leo. I love how Tatsu's just looking around, just making sure that they're doing their job. And then a foot with a big chop from behind. And then Donnie gets his head around the piano. But here comes our boy Mikey with the cymbals instead of the chucks. Smashes the dude's head with the cymbals. That's just hilarious. Nice back smack. He backs up, takes out to him, but then Mike finally goes down. It's like, no, don't go down, Mike, no! He finally goes down. Now, April's not even holding the sai anymore, where Raphael is in position to start getting beat up here. She's actually got like some sort of I don't know what that was, but she's holding something here. And she knows it's almost, and they're going to be getting Raph soon. But here comes Mike with a, man, we could really use Raph right about now. What's cool too is you can just hear the anger in Donatello. But he does that, like the grits. Just such a well done fight. Great music. Look how close Tatsu is to Donatello. I'm surprised Tatsu hasn't done any cheap shots to anybody. Now here he comes, Mr. Jones. 2x4 almost. And Casey says, who is the babe? And Leo's like, who the heck is that? And here comes the attack. Now they got a fresh Casey Jones. Takes out 1, 2, 3 foot soldiers. Donnie swinging away. Watch out. Almost gets his head taken off with an axe. Now a fire's starting. Nice job with the fire. And the foot are still coming. How many of them do they have here? Leo knows they got to get out there. They've met their match. Look at this. Mike's in trouble here. Leo's trying to swing for anything he can. Casey finally helps free Michelangelo. Then they cut back to Leo trying to get April to get a trapdoor free. Casey's like, let's go. Let's keep fighting. I ain't done. I like Donatello, almost like a Jordan clutch fadeaway shot as he goes out with that nice punch. So nice they had to show it twice. And then Casey's like, I got him. Don't worry about it. So now the foot can't really jump Casey Jones because of the fire. So they have an advantage here. And look how Casey does, such a great job protecting these guys. So he must have saw, I mean, he only sees Raphael on the rooftop. He must have saw that fight. And now there's an answering machine coming on. Look at this. Look at this. Casey comes down. Put her all over there. Ninja vanish. Donatello's in the van. April comes back. Very disheartened to see her place up in smoke. What I like though is they actually show Danny here. And it's like, this is what you brought on, dude. Now, I don't know where the hell Danny's watching this from. It must be maybe from his father's apartment. You can see all that fire. The whole place is up in smoke. Now, that's what you get to. You almost killed April there. Hope you're happy. It's almost in tears now. And this is another just cool shot when you're a kid. Look at Shredder with those gauntlets on his hand. Great close but Shredder walking, terrifying everybody. And you hear this, yeah! Splinter. Surprised there was no blood from that shot. What are these freaks? How do they know how to fight like this? He puts the claw right on his neck. Oh, God, you can feel that. Hear your throat scarfing up here. And Splinter doesn't talk. He's like, okay, fine. Just hang there until you die. No food, no nothing. And then Shredder just does the Tatsu. You gotta be bleeping me. How can you, with all those men, fail? And it's like, and pretty much Shredder just gave Tatsu the I'm not mad, I'm disappointed, which is always worse when you were a kid. At least for me. And now Tatsu's just gonna erupt in the back here. Double noggin knocker like Hulk Hogan used to do in the WWF days. Throws all the weapons down. Everybody's starting to get terrified here, traumatized. Here's one of the new foot. He's getting struggled. And one foot says, just chill, buddy. And here comes Tatsu's patting 1, 2, and the back chop. Now, people say he's actually supposed to be dead, but they cut that out and just said he'll be all right. He's supposed to be dead with that chop. Which is crazy because Casey Jones survives it. Now, the one thing I want to know, though, again, if anybody could comment below, is that foot soldier who, basically died, was that the one who just said, you make us all proud? Was he the one that got that honor? I want to say yes, but I'm not 100% sure. And Splinter and Danny talking here. Danny's got his, headband on. So Splinter's being warm to Danny because he says, so you can talk. This part always hits me again. I'm very tight with my dad. So when it is his time to go, and I hear Kevin Clash deliver that Splinter's just powerful line where he says, Danny's like, my dad could care less about me. And Splinter's like, I doubt that's true. And Danny goes, why? And Splinter does the, all fathers care for their sons. That one always hits home. Now they got that crappy van they drove to a farmhouse, which actually has had, if you guys are ever interested, I know a couple buddies of mine have been to it. This farmhouse is still legit, and people actually go to visit it, where this spot was filmed for the Turtle movie. And now Casey Jones explains that the van is busted. Now April finds out she was fired. Uh-oh. Now look at that. Mikey's nursing Donnie with that bad leg. I never noticed that as a kid. And now April and Casey have a little fight here. I guess just take a break from the Turtles here. Anyone else ever call a girl Broadzilla? I wonder who wrote that in the script. I mean, it's kind of hilarious hearing somebody say, hey, Broadzilla. Poor Donnie's got the bad foot. Looks like Mike almost got out of it unscathed, but Donnie didn't. Don walking around. I never understood this spot, but he's singing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. He's humming the melody. And he looks on the ground like a bug or something. I never understood that spot. Now April using her skills as a tunist, pretty much. because, you know, they first suffered their first real defeat. You know? Now, what's interesting here is April talks about all these guys with the turtles, you know, going with their own confusion, but Mikey doesn't get a drawing. I thought this was pretty cool too. Has anybody ever seen this in another movie where Donnie and Casey are dissing each other with letters of the alphabet? You know, it goes from atomic mouth to bufferoni to camel breath, dome head, elf lips, fungoid. You know, trying to get some old like truck to work. Look how rusty this truck is. It's pretty cool to see Casey Jones is not only a fighter, but he's also kind of, you know, mechanic smart guy too. So see him and Donnie, you know, work together is cool. But he starts the car and just runs away with it. There we go. Now this spot I'm going to take a quick time out here because this is actually something that hits me deep. I've actually posted this on Reddit too. You have Leonardo sitting, staring at his brother in the bathtub. Now I, being the older brother, I do have one younger brother, 2 years apart. Yeah, of course we'd fight a lot. Yeah, it's what you do, right? And there was one time we fought so hard where I actually felt guilty. And I'm like, never again am I ever going to fight this way again. Yeah, I may yell and we may fight, but just not this way again. And I know it was like, I think when I was like maybe like 13 to 11, some sort of that age ratio, but just seeing Leonardo just looked like, wow, he's like, he's like, look, I technically caused this. I'm the one who said we don't need you. He went on his own. He got jumped. And now here he is in pain, almost, you know, almost about to die. And he just sits there just like staring at him like, wow. Just, you know, almost like a loyal pet just waiting for their master deal too. Just another, just a good spot here with Leo just sitting there. So I thought the spot was good. One of my favorite, you know, deep scenes here, emotional scenes, which is why this movie has everything in it. Why it's still a classic, still the best of the best. Now, April goes from the Turtles to Casey Jones. I don't know if she draws the Casey Jones photo, but she talks about him. I was a little upset that Mikey didn't have one. Because, you know, even for comic relief, they could have had him try to find like a pizza place wherever they are on this old farm. But they kind of ditched the pizza jokes. April doesn't like the pet names here. You don't have to call me any pet names. April being like how a lot of the girls are now. She's a good, strong, independent woman. Doesn't need the pet name. She could do it herself. Now, is that the hammer? I don't know. Was this supposed to happen too? This thing breaking on him? I don't know if that was supposed to be funny or not. Here comes Raphael finally waking up, and Leo's like, huh? Look, Raph coming, and look at it. This is kind of how I would be. You know, just over it, just so happy. It's finally done and over with. They're back together. You throw the pieces at Raph's back. And Raph's just like, come on, chill, Leo. It happens. Leo just like sitting here, okay. Raph's like, get a grip, will you? Would you? Will you? Not would you? Pulls him up. Just like, you know, not needing you. Don't. And then Donnie gets the nice 90s. It's a Kodak moment. It was a popular camera back in the day. For those who are unfamiliar with Kodak. And then Donnie gives her a little nudge. And that's a spot everyone likes because that's where they show Donatello with the dude in the mouth. And it's like, come on, guys, give him a break. Leo's trying to meditate. Now, here's a cool part for me. Mikey's letting out some anger with a punching bag, and you hear those roughs. And now here's a weird part, though, too, is that's Michelangelo up top, but they put in Raphael's voice. I don't know why they didn't want Mikey yelling Splinter. But that is Michelangelo up there. Still just beat up. There comes the warehouse spot. They're trying to get Splinter to speak. He won't. Now, that's a spot that me and, if you guys have not checked out our other episodes of Shellonomics, I highly encourage going to episode 1. We were blessed to have some time with Michelle Ivy, who I dub as the TMNT superfan. And we talked about this farm scene here, and we both hope and pray one day we will get a like director's cut or extended cut of this first Turtle movie. We know there's more footage out there, and we all are just dying to see it. Especially this fight here. And I'm not going to reveal it all. You're going to have to check out that episode. But she talks about an apple and a couple other spots where they were fighting blindfold. Yeah, so you see Donatello's got that like, oh no, I guess that's, is it? No, that's not the same hat. I thought the hat that he was, that was on April's coat rack earlier was the hat he's wearing here. I believe I am incorrect. But here we go, look at this. Mikey's fighting blindfold, which I thought was badass. Nice Turtles training here. Leonardo goes down a kick from Mikey. Another shot flying around here. And I think, is Leonardo also fighting blindfolded? I'm not sure, but Mikey takes down Leo. Nice cartwheel jump there, and almost like a 3-on-1 here. They're all staring down Mikey there. I wish we would have known more about that spot. Again, this is why this movie is just so good. Every turtle gets a little claim to fame and some stardom here. Now, we talked about Donatello where he shoves Raphael back. Like, no, I'm not playing second fiddle to you, dude. You may be an aggressor, but I'm not backing down. You get Leo, who trash talks and is showing his strength as a leader here, where he cares for his brothers, feels regret that he wanted one to leave the team. Mikey gets his comedic roles and his skills used here as he was fighting the turtles blindfold. And now he gets back to the comedic Mikey here as he got beat up outside. And I actually like the song that's playing here. If it's on the soundtrack, Every Heart Needs a Home. It's actually a really cool song if anybody is looking for a new nice 90s melody beat. You can't really hear it in the movie here. Mikey grabs the turtle wax. I highly encourage you to listen to it if you're looking for a nice little, 90s love song. Here we go. Leonardo's meditating outside. Here comes Leo here. Splinter, he meditates and sees Splinter. Now they're playing Trivial Pursuit. Leonardo just ruins the game that they were playing. Donnie tells Leo, we all think he's alive. I don't think, I know. Huh? Goes. That's another part I like here. I'll do a little quick timeout when we get to this spot. Raph tells Leo, if you dragged us out of here for nothing. And Donnie's the one with the jokes with the roasted marshmallows. Says, I came prepared, which I liked as a kid. Leo tells him to put them away, but here's a spot that this is why, well, Mikey is my favorite, but Mikey's the one who tells Donnie to put those away. Again, that's why this movie is just so good. I mean, they show Mike with a serious side. And a lot of the interpretations of Mike is he's always just a party dude, but he doesn't know when to be serious. And in this movie, you can see his joking side and serious side. I'll get back to it. It tells everybody to concentrate, close your eyes. This is really cool graphics here too. They all meditate. Again, I highly recommend, if you have never seen this movie, watch it at night. It just hits home better. But we're doing this at 12 o'clock in the afternoon to make sure I can stay awake and alert for it all, because sometimes I would actually watch this movie and I'd make it like a mini series, like the cartoon. So I would watch like the first 20 minutes one night, then the second 20 minutes up to the April fight in the apartment, and then I'd watch the final spot, from like here on out from the farmhouse. It's almost like 3 30-minute intervals. And here comes Splinter with the blue flame. Leo is the only one that is meditating with his hands. Oh, actually, Raphael. Actually, they're all kind of seated in the lotus position. But Leo's got his, it's funny. Leo has his palms up, and then Mike and Donna looks like have their palms down. Oh no, Mike's got his palms down. Donnie's got his palms down though. Remember, the force that binds you. Just another cool Splinter speech here. I love you all, my sons. Is there anybody else who could have done a better job for Splinter in this movie? Just old, wise, comedic at the end too, a little joke. Y'all can't believe it. He's still out there, able to connect with Splinter. And here you go again, Mikey. Now Mikey's the one in tears. So we've seen Raph almost pretty much in tears when Splinter was explaining to him like, I'm here for you. Yeah, Donnie looked like breaking out in tears when Splinter got captured when he went down on his knees. And I got Mikey in tears. And yeah, Leo be emotional too. So I mean, I know that comes with being a teenager. So again, tip of the cap to Steve Barron as a director, wanting to make sure you capture all the teenage emotions. Now this is actually some artwork I have from a Comic-Con here, the It's Time to Go Back. One of my favorite artworks I actually own from Comic-Con, from Artist Alley. So it's time to go back, and now he's got the arms crossed, like let's do it. Raph standing there, Mike ready to go. I don't know what melody this is, I just like this melody too when they're coming back with the truck. If they're able to, now they didn't pay for parking. There's a parking meter where they park. But this isn't the Casey Jones of the cartoon where they're lawbreakers. Unless they pay, we didn't see it. Or maybe it doesn't go active, it's about 9 o'clock. Tons of rain coming here. And then you get the, you coming or not, dude? Casey's like, I want to go in the sewer. You go here. Use a few hours sleep. Now April's trying to get Danny in trouble. Now how in the world did Danny get down there too? It's weird because he didn't find out that spot there. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't the foot soldier who found out that home lair. And here comes a good part here just to show that Casey is smart but not smart with words, where Donnie calls him a claustrophobic. And then Casey goes, I never even looked at another guy before. I thought that was kind of funny. And then Donnie smirks at that one. April explains, no, you're afraid of enclosed areas. Is that what you think? And then Raph comes up and says, hey Donnie, nice one. And they luck out that this happened because otherwise this could have been bad news for the turtles. So again, really well written here how if Casey wasn't in the truck, imagine what would have happened. A lot more evil. Some artwork here. School needs floor shadows. Leonardo. And April gives her an artwork. Now, I'm gonna back it up again real quick because it looks like is that a Michelangelo drawing that we never got to see? Right when he takes the Leonardo one, there is another drawing there. Oh no, that's Donatello in the van. Never mind. That is Donatello through the window. Is the pizza here? Question. Yeah. like kind of silling on your pizza. Homer Simpson dough. And then I like this part. My brother always liked this part too, where Donatello puts his hands in prayer when they say down with the pizza. There we go. Casey trying to catch some Z's in the truck, but to no avail, because he has to open the window. I wonder if adults laughed at that spot in the movie when you took your kids to see this 34 years ago. Kids wouldn't really well, some kids may have understood this spot, but not many. He's having a dream. He's torn between the good and bad. And it's still crazy how April knows Danny, and like, they didn't really question, I guess they didn't really question him too much because of Casey Jones coming down, cutting him off about spending the night down there. Danny popping out of the sewer here. Now we go to a song that we heard earlier in the movie here. It's off to the music in this movie as well. Helps pull me in. Casey sees it, and here he comes with his badass walk, like, all right, what's going on here? Doesn't take any of his weapons with him, though. Maybe a smart thing. He didn't take his hockey mask either. Danny doing the cool walk, go on in. Puts on his little headband. Casey leaping over, looks to be a fence of some sort. There we go. There's this awesome, it's like a Chuck E. Cheese in a bad way though. Like you say, you got the pool table, you got the arcade games. Wonder how they're paying this electric bill. Probably stealing, but you know, electricity running here. Oh wow, foot soldier was right there and Casey dodged him. I don't know if that foot would have reported him or not, but probably because he had the mask on, right? So I don't think they would have known it was him. Slow walk here. Here comes Danny here. Okay. Splinter wants to know if he's hiding from the family. Splinter shares what's going on. He used to have a family from Orokusaki. They competed in all things. Now, is Tang Shin also in the comics, guys? I'm not a big comic guy. I don't know if that was the character that Yoshi fell in love with. Shin's love was only for her master, for Hamada Yoshi. And now, so I don't know if Saki wanted it or Yoshi, where they wanted to fight for her love. And he said, no, we're going to America. And here comes Saki. And it looks like Yoshi was a wow. I mean, look there. So Tang Shin is dead. Splinter killed Shin, which is crazy. And he comes home from work, shocked. And then here comes Shredder, murders Yoshi. Cage comes free. Again, there's really no blood or anything they show. Try to keep it somewhat clean. But here you get a little bit where, you know, he scratches Saki, like some scabs. And then he comes with a swing for the fences with a home run shot, slicing Splinter's ear. And you see that there, and I like how he grabs it. And one of the few rats I actually like. Him and Rizzo from the Muppets. And then Danny wants to know what happened to Orokusaki. Here we go. Play some more cards. Spin that wheel is another good song. My dad always liked hearing this one. Spin that wheel. Spin that wheel. I don't know, soundtrack is pretty good. Going now, Casey just, you know, put those. I don't know how he put those clothes on that fast, but Casey's a foot now. Danny drops the headband. There comes Shredder to jump scare the hell out of everybody here. I think it's with Tatsu. He sees him talking to Splinter. Splinter's eyes are like, oh crap, what did I do? Now, Shredder ain't gonna kill Danny, but he's gonna interrogate him here. Fine. I like how he searches him here too. It's just so cool as a kid. And maybe as you get older, it might not be as cool, but since I watched as a kid, it still sticks me. You get the music. It's almost like a policeman trying to search a kid, and he finds a picture in the back, which I don't know how he felt that there, but sees the drawing. Awesome film. Thank you guys again for joining us here. If you guys are here for the first time, this is Shellonomics Podcast. We do doing a lot of watch-alongs now because with this being the 40th year of the Turtles, it's been hard to get a couple guests on. But we have had some other guests on, like Michelle Ivy, Andrew Farago, and a buddy of ours for video gaming and the toys as well. So be sure to check out other episodes. They're on Spotify, iTunes, and YouTube. We've still got another good 20 minutes or so for this movie here. Now, Casey Jones calls out Danny, like, what do you mean come with you? And Danny's like, dude, they're going to kill Splinter. And he's like, okay, enough said. Here we go. Here comes the spot here. Time for the final battle. All the foot going again. Coming in through the sewer, through the side. Good music here. Now, my grandma, God rest her soul, always let me watch my turtle tape with her. I've talked about that in the cartoons, but she always liked the movie too. And she always felt bad for her because, like, oh, that's a lot of steam there, Michael, where they released the steam. That's why I always remember this spot here. Like the, or whatever's going through those pipes, that smoke. That's what she always called it, steam. Here comes a nice little ninja vanish. Save on the budget. Dispose of those guys real quick. No sweat. And this is what Michelle talks about, the apple, which is why Raphael has an apple. So if you guys can, check out that first episode and she'll explain more about what that apple means. And here they come again. Good. My brother always liked this spot where Raph just does a little thing with the size. And for some reason, everybody still just does like a pullback when they see Splinter for the first time. That carries on in every movie. Kino Fates with them. Kenshin faints in the third movie. Now they're getting handcuffs, and now here comes Splinter. Who are you? Casey Jones, a friend. Let's get out of here. Now here comes Tatsu. Wah! Zap! This cartwheel jump from Leo. Takes out another foot. Love these shots here by Don. Big punching spots. Raph swings and misses to the side. Donnie does a cartwheel jump. You know, a nice drop kick and another kick. Then you get Mike here a little to the right, a little to the left. One more time. Raph's got a nice battle sequence on the other side. But you get April here helping out Mikey with a shot. Boom. You're natural. Thanks. Haha, yeah. And Raph with a big kick to the foot, still standing. Then got a nice little Triple H here. Time to play the game with those. My team might just help clear that up for boom. Shot right to the face. Caution Tinkerbell. That was also a reference in the third movie. Leo calls Walker Tinkerbell. Casey, I don't think you're listening. Casey's getting more and more pissed, but he's getting owned here. I mean, I know they had to do this quick, probably just do the timing, but how cool would it have been if, you know, Tatsu does this patented 3 shots, which killed a foot earlier in the movie. If he would have stared at Danny here, instead of Casey going right for that golf club, they could have had like, Danny, you're next. And then Casey could have recovered a little bit more, but yeah, this is okay. Give him a big shot in the stomach, and then a 4, bam. And that's it. I'll never call golf a dull game again. Yeah! Gangway! Shot there. Jumps over. Smacks the footy. Ref with a big punch. Boom! Takes out the other foot. Calling Donnie a show off, and then hits the guy when he's not looking. Casey like, oh, you first, Junior? Gets to show Casey with a black eye there. So it does show that Casey did get beat up from Tatsu. There comes Splinter with a nice speech. Poisons your minds. Ah, powerful speech. Poisons your minds. There's nothing for you or the people you hurt. Family, huh? He's like, are you kidding me? A family? For real? No way. He gives him the talk to the hand, mister. I'm out of here. And then Splinter's like, Casey. Here we go. They walk away. They're letting him pass. Then we get the nice turtle music from the beginning of the movie. Da-da, da-da. Splinter like, no, we're getting the hell out of here. Because Shredder did say he goes himself. There comes Donnie coming out, and Mikey. Dudes, where you going? Boom! Nice action here, too, with Donnie taking out a footy there. Mike and Donnie doing this. Leo swinging swords in the back, too. Again, you don't really catch it unless you're paying attention. Mikey with the puns, and Donnie's just like, no. But it was a shell of a hit. And then Donnie's like, me and my brother used to do this spot a lot back and forth. He was Donnie, I was Mikey, just sitting there talking in front of the TV, doing our ninja moves. Leo, where do you think you're going? Watch this shot here. Watch the shot. Boom, right in the head. Throws him into the stairs. And Mikey with his, wait for me. A true look of a turtle. Dodges a shot. Does a 1 punch. And then does a, God, I love being a turtle. And here we go. Everybody's up on their feet. If you're a kid watching this, highly engaged here. Good shots. They're all using their weapons, kicking butt. All 4 of them are united. Donnie does a hilarious yeehaw, almost falls off the guardrail. Nice action there. Raph blocking, kicking. Now, Leo doing that spin, that always reminds me of, even though they probably weren't paying homage to it, but I always think of Turtles 3 for Nintendo when he does that spin with the swords. That's a special in Turtles 3. Nice shot by Donnie taking him out. Like block, punch. Actually, that was Raphael, but they had Mikey's voice. Leo spinning around with those swords, takes out a guy. Double punch from Raph. This bowling ball sequence I thought was pretty rad too, where it was Leo, Raph, then a triple play kick. Donnie takes out a dude, Mike gets a big kick, and then, oh, no more. And then Shredder with this awesome entrance, but they do pay homage to, again, if you guys ever watch Batman Ninja Turtles. It's a fantastic animated movie. If you guys want to let me know and comment below, I could do that one for you guys too. That's a great movie. Donnie doing the nyat-nyats again. And the footer leaving where he's like, nah, I got this. You guys need to go. It's just me, Shredder. There's Raph charging. Nope. And down he goes. Here comes Leo with you go next. And here comes Leo. Whee! Nope. Down and out. So Raph and Leo are gone. You got Mike and Donnie here. They do rock, paper, scissors to see who gets to go. And it's like Mikey won, and he's like, great, like, okay, I'm in for a world of hurt. But what I like, and a lot of people agree, is you hear Mike's sound effects for well over. You know what? Let's get a timer out here really quick. We're gonna actually time this, okay? So we're gonna go from when Mikey starts with great, and I'm just gonna keep an eye on the movie time here. Let's get to that really quick here, okay? Just to see how long Mikey was able to fight. This is why, again, I like Michelangelo. He lasts the longest. Here we go. So 1935, or 1935 is when this goes, according to the movie time I have on here. You know, Casey does so much for family, so 35, still going. Still going. You show April coming out of the sewers. Mike's still fighting. So Mike lasts about a good 15 seconds there. Every other turtle lasts about like 2. We're already all in pain here. Here comes Leo with the, this guy knows where Splinter is. Like, what? So she turns around, and here they come charging, and he knows Splinter. He doesn't know who... He didn't know the rat's name was Splinter, but he knows Splinter from Yoshi, obviously. And here comes a good senior. Donnie, boom. This is... I still get chills watching this every time. Somehow the kid in me thinks that they're going to take Shredder down. I don't know why. Come on, Mike. Swing, misses, blocks. Flips Mikey over. Donnie's already hurt. Raph coming in with a Liu Kang flying drop kick. Misses a back kick. Shredder takes him out. And there was just one turtle left. Casey Jones says, leftovers. Here comes Casey here, ready? Bam. So right into a ladder. Down they go. Casey, big right. Followed by another shot on the other side. And that's the end of the footies. They have a shot. And here comes Leo. Good scene here. Good sound effects. Leo gets a spinning shot. Hits Shredder right in the arm. And then Shredder still owns Leo. And says, ow, he got him though at least. So everybody's in pain except for Raph. He wants to know where Splinter is. Shredder knows how to get this rage. Look, I kind of tell it too. Donnie's got like a spot on his mouth. Well, that's blood or like a bruise. It's pretty cool. Shredder knows he's got him right where he wants him. Here comes Leo charging. Okay, bring it. Down goes Leo. And he's pretty much a goner. Just get rid of your weapons. Raph throws his away. Mike throws his. But miraculously, a Chuck lands on the ladder. And then Shredder calls them fools. Look at Donnie sitting there all pissed off. He's got the most. Oh, Mike's got grit too. See, they all got some grit. Here comes Splinter going for it. Raph says, Gets out of there. And here we go. This here. Splinter knows it's Shredder. Calls him Rokusaki. And now Shredder does the same thing Leonardo does, which doesn't make any sense. I guess he was just enraged because of Hamato Yoshi losing the love of his life, Tang Shin. Splinter shocks world with his nunchuck. Everybody's watching this now. Splinter giving a lecture to Shredder. And Shredder's gonna throw it down. What's cool is he throws like a little sword thing. Splinter catches it. And then the nunchuck goes away. And Shredder's gonna fall all the way into the back of a garbage truck. Says you're gonna die without honor. And then Casey just takes it up a notch and just smushes him. It says, oops, very dark there. And here comes everybody hugging Splinter. God, it's nice to see your dad again after all that time away. And now Casey Jones runs on top of the garbage truck, like almost like to hide the evidence, like don't go in there. Pretty funny. Here come all the cops. And live action. WTRL, I guess is the name of the station. Buddies are starting to get locked up behind bars. Oh, Danny gives April the money back that he stole from her. No, he's going to see his dad. Charles knows that's his voice of his son. Nice little touching spot right here. So he's all right. We're going behind bars. Danny wants to step up and just be known as Dan. He's like, all right, Dan. Keep there. What have you been up to? Great. Takes a shot at Channel 5. Maybe, I don't know if they're taking a shot at NBC or not. Probably not. But April's like, no, come on. You pushed me around, dude. And now Stern's like, nope, I need you. Well, you're a tough negotiator, Charles. He knows he fudged up. Steve Stearns. And you got a nice little Easter egg here that I didn't catch until later in life. Somebody better talk to me. Steve Stern showing no fear. Check out the East Warehouse at Larabin Island. Shout out to Eastman and Laird. Little snuck in there, which I didn't catch until later in life. And now Casey and April. It's like everybody who was a big role as a foot or at the headquarters is getting another camera shot. There goes that cute chick with the bubble gum from earlier. A Tyson reference here. Comes April here. Casey goes a little bit of push. You get a little kisseroo. And again, just now I don't know if these are supposed to be battle marks, but if you look here, you'll see Leonardo has almost like a bruise on his shoulder too. I don't recall if that's on his shell the entire time or if that's just added graphics from the fight with Shredder. I'll have to look at the movie again one more time. Now they're happy for Casey and April. Casey gives a thumbs up. Here comes the we were. Yeah, look at those bruises on Leo. That's using the curse word bitchin'. He doesn't know what to say. Leo's saying, be totally tubular, dude. Like he says, be wicked, hellacious. Mega. That's the best he can come up with is Mega. And you get the one that all the adults always liked. Cowabunga. Splinter comes in with Cowabunga. And you get the nice infamous high five for Cowabunga. Splinter makes a funny. And it's the end of the movie. So you got everyone dancing around. Leo kicks his feet in the air. Mike's doing a nice little boogie. And Raph goes to talk to Splinter. You hug Splinter and that's how it goes. And then you get the nice rap. Turtle power. So for those who had the VHS tape, we always, at least I can't be the only one who actually watched this all the way to the end. Because number one, I didn't really have all the cartoons growing up, so you get a nice little cartoon commercial after the theme song, which is weird. On some of the VHS tape, it shows the 5 tapes you can get, which is a case of the Attack of the Killer Pizzas, Shredder is Splintered, Hot Rodding Teenagers. You get that nice commercial on your VHS tape. And you also get to hear that awesome song 9.95, which is probably what I'm going to listen to after we sign off this episode here. So just a special thanks to all who checked this out. Again, if you liked it, go ahead and share it with your friends. If you guys want me to do more of these watch party like episodes for podcasts, let me know. We do hope to get a couple more guests on in the near future, especially some gaming ones. I'm trying to get a friend to come on for Turtles 1 for Nintendo, because those who are still struggling with that game deserve to be able to beat that eventually, whether you played on the Cowabunga Collection, the remake, or the OG Nintendo. I want to thank you all for tuning into this episode. We'll see you guys in the next one, and Turtle Power.
King Mike and the heroes in a half shell.
Thanks for listening to Shellonomics. Follow us on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for the video version. Stay tuned for more Ninja Turtles insights.